I wanted to do waterfall tabs for some time now, and I wanted to have a few pages set up in one go to finish off February. If you would like to see how I bring about some fun touches to these waterfall tabs, with a twist, of course, you might want to stick around. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. As you can see, I have a couple of Happy Planner sticker books, 3 very spring themed ones. We do have some February love themed stickers in here, and this one also has these dino and such different stickers, and I thought I would combine these. I'm just marking the page with these. And we also have this Happy in Paris, and for some reason Paris is very synonymous to love and the love themes and all the girly vibes, right? So I thought I'll just combine it, and we have this set of stickers from the seasonal love, the Jan through June from Live Love Posh, which I have used in a few spreads lately, but I thought I would try and finish off at least all the really lovey-dovey ones. I have my gyro cut, my tweezers, the scissors, and my self-healing cutting mat. Most of them are from Journal Say, and my code Priya can earn you 8% off. And this is the Paris pre-cut washi tape from the washi tape shop. Again, why not, right? I'm just trying to use all the Parisian themes together. And I also have the Sunlit Meadows. Again, this is a very spring, summer kind of bright florals, but I wanted to use these frames. And I usually don't use a lot of these frames, so I thought I will try and make use of that. And this is my B5 journal, which is my daily journal. And you may have seen the last setup I had on here. I had just marked the page. And this is the last setup, and this was a collab with Plan on it, Michelle. And she's a really sweet friend. I'm so glad I finally got around to doing that. And I did some horizontal Dutch doors using some film strips, and it was fun, really spring themed. And I wanted to finish off the month. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off every time you shop Arch and Olive, the washi tape shop, Live Love Posh, Planny Thing, and a few other shops. You can find all that information along with the links, codes, all that useful stuff as well in the description. And I'm going to speed it up a bit because otherwise the waterfall tabs especially, I'll slow down a bit after I'm done with this particular portion. Because if you are not familiar with what a waterfall tab is, it is just cutting off small pieces of each page as you progress, so that you will have like a waterfall effect when you look at it. So I'm having waterfall tabs on either side of the setup. So I have about 5 Dutch doors on each side. So this would count as an advanced version. And I'm starting with this set of washi strips, which are just perfect. And if you notice, the B5 is slightly bigger than the A5, and I'm leaving a bit of the space at the top of the pages as is for now. And once we're done with all the waterfall tabs, I'll show you how you can cover up that straight edge. We have some ideas. And I'm going to do 5 Dutch doors on the left side as well, so that that central stitch area, that was just perfect because I just counted the number of pages I'll need for the month, And luckily there was like the central spine where the stitches are visible. And with vertical Dutch doors, you can go ahead and do 5 or 6 depending on what you're in the mood for, how much you have time, and all of that shouldn't be a problem. But if you do horizontal Dutch doors, I would suggest you do maybe 2 or 3, not more than that, because you do run the risk of damaging the integrity of the journal. So I had shared a full video on how you can get started with Dutch doors. So that I will attach the video because I talk about all the basics you need to know. And can you see how I'm starting to line up the very central space? And I will be doing a simpler version of the Dutch door here. And I wanted to make the space a bit like an open, you will see what I mean, because I don't want to crowd up the entire length of that space I'm planning to cut away. And this is the set of washi tapes. I've been thinking on what to do. Again, these decisions don't come in a jiffy. You need to take maybe a couple of minutes to ponder over what you need to do next, because otherwise, yeah, because I wanted to bring that Eiffel Tower right there. And this washi tape, all the washi tapes are from Planything, just so you know. And a few shops are already dropping their spring releases. Like Planything just had their spring release. It was like 3 sticker books and 12 washi tapes, perfect pastel colors and all that. And the washi tape shop will also be having their spring releases. I think the stickers are starting to pop up, but they have more coming towards the end of the month. So please stay tuned because you might want to check out the full unboxing on my channel. And Archer and Olive is having their spring release on Feb 18th. And it is amazing. So please find all those details in the description. Don't worry if you can't remember the dates off the top of your head. It is fine. I have all of that linked for you. And that came out a bit crooked, so I'm just going to realign that, and we will you see how I'm bringing in elements from all the 3 sticker books, because the waterfall tabs were mainly from the Live Love Posh sticker book, and my Happy Planner affiliate link is in the description. I would really appreciate, because anytime you use my links or codes, I do earn a small cut at absolutely no extra cost to you. And your support would really mean the world to me, so that way I can get more stuff and buy more stuff to be able to share with you and use them creatively, show you ideas so that I can inspire you to try things that you otherwise may not have thought about. And the tool I'm using is called a gyro cut, and I usually do all my fancy Dutch doors with the gyro cut, and I have a tutorial if you want to check that out. And this is, again, I'm not sure what is in stock with the Happy Planner because they have their sale going on, and I believe it's like 85% off or so. So many deals won't last that long. So I'm just bringing in all of these food trucks kind of trucks, some with flowers, some with music records, some with cupcakes, some with florals. Really cute stuff. You must see it to believe. So can you see how fun this washi tape is? This was from last year or the year before that. I don't exactly remember. But Washi Tape Shop has really perfect themes for the season. And this one was a Parisian one. And they have a few cities by now: Washington, D.C., and Venice. And then there's like a whole globetrotter kind of theme with a few popular landmarks from all over the world. So let's start with the waterfall tabs on the left side. And did you know that all waterfall tabs are Dutch doors, but not all Dutch doors are waterfall tabs? Because if you have been watching my channel, you know how I like to try all sorts of ideas in my journals. And if you like to see such creative ideas, to see how you can just get outside your comfort zone, at least once in a while, you might actually want to consider subscribing to my channel, and you turn on the bell notification so that you can be sure you would not miss out on any of those videos coming, because I have lots of ideas. So please check out all the creative things you can do. I have very beginner friendly setups. Just like I mentioned earlier, I have the 15 pro tips on how we can get started with Dutch doors, because a lot of you have been wanting to start, and it's that first step that's crucial, because otherwise the journals would just be sitting on your bookshelf for years together. Trust me, I've been there. So once I started, I just couldn't stop, because I love how the creativity goes. And I had not noticed that there was some non-straight pages I had cut, because yeah, sometimes that happens. And as a righty, the left side pages are a bit more of a hassle for me, so the results are not always as perfect as the right side, but you can always go back and fix it. And now let's add some Parisian themes. So let's bring in some landmarks now. As you can see, I've used a lot of the smaller elements because you can see a lot of the tape is empty. But you don't have to worry, because the roll is quite thick, so you have quite a bit of repetition before you actually finish with it or get anywhere close to the finish of the tape. So we will bring in some of these trucks again. Of course, Paris has all these food trucks, right? And there are lots of those smaller filler elements that can be brought in, especially towards the end, and that will count as finishing touches, which are always needed. And you see how I'm bringing in the self-healing cutting mat at the bottom before I start cutting, because I am very confident I will damage the pages, because I am heavy-handed when it comes to writing or any of that. I'm heavy-handed. I'm really aware of that. It's just a matter of knowing your style so you can make sure you do not end up damaging the journal, because that's not ideal. Because usually this is a B5 journal, so I need 1 page per day to journal, and I usually have 4 months in one of these journals, because it's 160 pages you have in them, and you have quite a bit of writing space if you are somebody who likes to write a lot. And I write big, so an A5 or a B6 might be really popular when it comes to journal sizes, but I personally believe that I need more space than that. So, and I don't like when a whole journal gets filled in a month or so. No, it has to be at least 3-4 months, because I can't be having 12 journals just to cover a year. So, because I like to keep my journals, and it is sad when my shelves get filled really quickly. So that's why I always prefer the bigger sizes. B5 is my ideal size for journaling, and I'm yet to try a proper letter size journal, which I'm hoping to try soon, especially for my reading journal. Because reading journal is, again, if you have not ever set up a reading journal, you can get your setup ready without it, just a thought as to what you like, and then nothing comes initially. It will come after you start doing it, and you will find your style. So that's how I did mine. And please check out my reading journal setup for 2026, which I have linked. And I also have my full 2025 setup, and this is the third year I'm doing it. So it is really, really fun, and that's one of the most favorite setup I get to do every year. For 2026, though, I just continued with my 2025 reading journal, because I don't read like 200 books a year now. So I had not used up my entire journal from last year, and that was an A5. But I really hope to be done with the full book this year. At least by December, I should be done, so that I can move into a bigger journal where I think I need more space to write, because I like to write a lot, and it is my reading journal after all. So it should be the way I like to see it. And I think that's very important. There are lots of reading journals pre made for you. So you can see how I'm setting up my Dutch doors. And I'm using these Happy in Paris girls to use inside those Dutch doors. You see how I'm going to do that? And you will see a bit of a fiddling around with my left hand there, which is always fun to watch. But I think it does come together fairly easily. And you see how quick that can be done and how effortless that is. And it looks much cooler than all the effort you have taken, right? So I'm using these Dutch doors as a point to help me with the placement of these girls. So that's where you could start. And with such frames, such floral frames already done for you, and you always have these shapes. Again, I talk about how you pick shapes to begin with when you start off, because you're not sure what to pick, right? So I've covered all that in my 15 tips to get started with Dutch doors. And I like to use my stash. So I have a lot of sticker books and stickers and washi tapes, and it is always tempting when new products are coming out. And especially you sent a lot of products if you like to share such tapes and creative stationery and doing things creative with them, then you do end up with a lot of product. I'm really lucky that I'm getting a lot of such products to share with you. So if you like to see how my craft space looks, if you're just ever wondering, I have a tour of my craft space which you can check out. And I like how I can make use of different organizational tips and all the, I mean, it need not be stationary organizers at all, right? So you can use cosmetic organizers. And here I'm getting started with the rest of the pages, and I'm again making clusters. So you see how I'm building all these elements, which can be quick, and it looks really, really fancy because you have a lot of the fancy elements. And oopsie, there was a small text which got stuck under the wheel of the car. So I'm trying to mix and match the pre-made clusters from the seasonal love sticker book and also make clusters using the plain boxes and a few of these small elements which you can just use in a cluster, because clusters always look pretty. And you have such fun Parisian items, right? All the bakeries, the eateries, and lots of sightseeing, lots of florals, and lots of touristy stuff. And let me know if you've been to Paris, because I have not been to Paris and I hope to someday. And my gynae is from Paris, so she keeps telling me how she, when she goes home, does not like to fly into Paris airport because she does not think it is clean enough. I mean, she is French, so when she is being so honest, I'm like, okay. I mean, have any of you felt the same when you travel to Paris? If you have been to the Paris airport, because when I go to my gynae for my annual checkups, we usually end up having a small chat, maybe a few extra moments catching up, because she's becoming more like a friend lately. So because our kids are very similar age, and I just go for my routine animal stuff, nothing too much. But she likes to chat, and this time she was like, yeah, I like to go home, but I would rather avoid the Paris airport. I'm like, wow, okay. I've heard a lot of people say they don't call Paris a clean city or a tidy city. But have you ever felt the same? I'm just curious to know. And here you see me using some eyeliners and also the Pigma Micron pen to draw some boxes, some basic boxes. And I'm also throwing in a few more filler elements. So let's add a box for this girl right here. Again, I don't use a lot of boxes like these because we all have lots of these functional sticker books that we would love to finish using up. So I like to use the actual boxes, but I thought maybe I should draw a couple. And this cupcake can be there. And I'm trying to make sure that I throw in a few of those functional boxes also. And I almost brought in some of the bigger floral clusters, but I did not do it because I did not want any other additional colors to be added, because we already have a pink Parisian, you could say a girl strip kind of vibe going on. And this is how I would love to keep my February. And I'm taking my time to catch up with my girlfriends, my friends. And I like when we are able to just take things from wherever we left off, even if we had not talked for years together. So does that ever happen to you? I think girls are all the same, right? And I'm making a few more clusters to finish the rest of the days. And you see how easy and cute these clusters can be. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And you can see how I'm bringing in the functional boxes from these Happy Planner sticker books also. And I could have brought more from the Squad Girls, the Happy in Paris book, but I did not because I wanted to use up this set of boxes from the Live Love Posh sticker book. Because guess what? There are more releases coming from Live Love Posh, and you might want to actually be glued to my channel. I will be updating you as and when I'm permitted to, because as an affiliate, I do have insider information, but I'm really not technically supposed to be sharing it. So I'm keeping my mouth closed. My mouth is zipped, but you might actually want to subscribe to my channel so that you can make sure that you get hold of all that information as soon as I'm able to share it. And I will be doing that soon. And you see how fun that size is. And let's see, it's the last page. Why not make it extra fun? We'll bring in this decorative set of boxes, which otherwise I don't end up using much. So why not? And let me know how you're liking this. And please let me know if you have tried such a combination, or if you have tried any other sticker book with these, at least one or two sticker books that you see here. And I'm trying to use this monthly box with that notch at the top. And that's, you can use it anywhere. It doesn't really matter, but it is always nice when you can use up all the boxes. And we have some interesting clusters with florals and food items, and maybe some additional dinos. You never know, right? Yeah, I thought that might have to be moved because we could always bring in some balance with the dinosaurs. Yeah, I think that's better. We'll save this for some other time. I've used up almost all the non-floral items, as you can see. And please check out all the other videos I have on my channel. Lots and lots of inspiration for you to get started with. And if there is anything specific that you would like me to have videos on, please also let me know in the comments. And I can always accommodate that. And I like when people share video ideas, because I do have a few folks reach out. You can either DM me on Instagram or share it in the comments down below. So it is always nice when I can have that. And hope you liked the final look. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.